Yeah. So Jim Chester here, Chiro Hustle Podcast. I have Dr. Ryan Bones. Uh,
Me,
it's him. Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, man.
the beautiful Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, absolutely.
And now you're here in the beautiful state of Colorado.
Also equally beautiful, just less water.
How's it been?
It has been amazing. It has been an awesome event. This is my second ever Mile High. Last year, I was in a suit and tie, and so sharp contrast from last year. A little more casual this year, but got to speak from the main stage, which has been a lifelong dream of mine. Spoke Thursday night and got to kind of close out the first night, which was about at 9:30 at night after a very long day of flying. So I had to do a lap around the crowd to get everybody pumped up, and then I couldn't speak for like the first about 5 minutes because I was out of breath, which just shows I need to work out more.
So, what has it been like to see the transition from last year to this year?
It's been really cool to see some different faces, some different names. I mean, obviously he mixed it up with vendors and topics, and I've seen an evolution, both from the years that I kind of observed on the outside Mile High as being this event that I looked at as, man, I wish I wanted to be there. I wish I could be there. And I didn't make it happen, to last year to now this year. What I felt this year, I think what the special sauce was the amount of gratitude and appreciation that everybody feels here this year, just given everything with Danny and what they've been going through the last 6 weeks. Everybody here is just so thankful and grateful to be here, to be at Mile High, when even a few weeks ago, the whole foundation, the man himself was on some rocky foundation. And so everyone is so grateful here. It's been this huge vibe of love this year, and I absolutely love that.
So, this is the Prez of sushi. What's next for sushi, man?
You know what? I think we are figuring out what's next for sushi. I think there's going to be a lot of collaboration. It's something that we've talked to a lot of different people with as a way to lift up the profession by bringing more tribes together. It's one of the things that sushi has always stood for, was bringing chiropractic together, bringing people together, and being very inclusive rather than exclusive. And so I see there's going to be some partnerships more so with Sean and Lacey Dill, Black Diamond Club, the Phoenix Shift. You guys, there's so much that is coming, and it's from a mindset of, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And trying to bring together the people who are doing things in chiropractic to be stronger as a whole than as a sum of just the parts.
Mm-hmm. And I know, dude, you did a really good job before sushi, getting out there and getting on the scene in your local community. And how did all that come to be?
You know what? It came from the day that my dad, I'm going to be very honest here, the day that my dad put his signature next to mine on the loan that allowed me to pursue my dream. Basically, when he bet everything that he has, my parents have, on me, something clicked or clunked maybe in my head that said, there is no plan B. There's no backup plan. This is what you are going to do. You are going to move into your community, and you are going to be on fire, and you are going to take over, because they deserve it, but because my parents deserve it. And I tell you what, there's nothing that gets me out of bed more every single day than knowing that he put his life on the line for me, if you will, literally. And so when I got to my community, I didn't know a soul, but I had this crazy hunger for success that was driven a little bit by fear of failure, because I had no boats. I had burned them, painted myself into a corner. Any analogy and metaphor I can come up with to express that if I did not do it, I was screwed. Mm-hmm. And for whatever reason, my entire life, I've always set the bar high to force myself to be better in order to reach it. And so with the space that we got and the expectations that I set, I had to hit the ground fast, or it just wasn't going to work. And so out of sheer what I'll call desperation, I was in 4 chambers. I took every community calendar I could possibly find, put them all into one calendar, looked at any available spots, set personal one-on-one meetings, or had plans to go business to business or whatever in those times, and I sold out. I gave every fiber of my being for 3 months into telling people who I was, what I had to offer, but more importantly, listening to they were and what they had to offer to form a real connection and relationship. And I built the foundation that I did in my community on relationships, not chucking business cards at people, telling them to come into the office. It was, who are you? What do you do? How can I contribute? How can I help be a part of this town that I just moved to? Because I'm putting roots down here. This is where I'm going to raise my family and my kids. I want it to be the best place possible. I'm all in. When I went all in for that community, it went all in for me. And so by a little bit of fear, a little bit of desperation, a lot of motivation, I went all out, dove into my community, and they showed up for me.
So, my turn for a second. Thank you, Walt Bones. Thank you for putting everything into this man. Thank you for helping him become who he is today. I also want to say thank you to the Amped Group for helping this man jumpstart.
Yep.
I know that they were instrumental in teaching him how to go out there and get his hustle on. You see the hustle there? So
Absolutely.
I know that the Amped Group
Learned
really
a
poured
ton.
into you.
All the way through school, being an AMP club, plugging in with those mentors. I mean, going out and doing events and doing screenings for docs when I was in school, learning how to do that, and also really breaking down that shell that comes with never having been exposed to the public and trying to speak chiropractic was extremely beneficial, and getting some of the framework and the groundwork for how to do this thing, which was start a practice. And so Jumpstart was hugely impactful for me, and those guys are doing amazing things. And so if you're going to be starting a practice, highly recommend that as one group that you check out.
And something really cool you guys might not know, but I took Bones Chiropractic to the top of a 14,000-foot mountain.
Yes.
And I took it to the top of another 14,000-foot mountain.
In fact, we need to get you a new T-shirt because I'm sure that one's probably a little worn out. We'll get you another most interesting shirt in the world. This is a special version. This is the baseball tee version. We'll try to find you a baseball tee version.
I like it, man.
Yes, the best promoter I think we've still ever had.
So let me ask you, what's next for you?
You know what? Just had this conversation with both my wife Cassidy and with Tristan, and this summer has been incredible. It has been a lot. It has been the most travel I've ever done in my life. It has been the most outward I've ever pushed myself, and it has had huge upside, and I'm so thankful for all the opportunities that I have had. I can say with confidence that as we now kind of go back into what I'd call like the chiropractic slow season, maybe just a little bit, like winter and the holidays, it's going to be a refocusing inward. It's going to be refocusing on my practice and working with Cassidy, not just in the practice, but on the practice, something that I think gets easily overlooked when you work in it every single day. You also have to work on your business, not just in your business. Cassidy taught me that. And so working on that, really shoring up my marriage is fantastic, but really, really keeping it that way, which I think is also something Cassidy taught me, which was you don't have to wait until there's a problem to try to actively keep it healthy. And so really diving in with that. And you know what? I think Cassidy and I would both love to start growing the Bones family, awesome. Which is, there's an announcement. When it comes, it comes. But I want my highest value in life is my family, my practice, my community, this profession. I think it's been a summer of outward growth. I think it's going to be a fall and winter of inward growth, so that next summer there's more to give. Because something that I have picked up, and it's something that Danny Knowles talked about that really hit me, was we talk about souls on board for chiropractic. And that was his big theme last year, was souls on board. And he said, there was one soul I forgot about, and that was mine. And he didn't take care of himself or pushed himself too hard to, possibly end up where he was a little bit. I really took that to heart, in that if we only push out and we only give outwards, we will crumble and shrivel inside, and then that is only a matter of time until the other stuff falls away. And so that is what is next for me, is I think a lot of inward refocusing and growth.
Awesome. Well, you guys know that I love the Cairo Sushi family, and I love what they've done with Dr. Ryan Bones. He didn't just fall out of the tree. This guy is a 2-time TEDx talker. He grew his practice from 0 to 100 faster than almost anybody out there. That's how he got that position. So if you guys want to really become somebody bigger than yourselves, go out there and hustle. Get
Yes,
the social
big
proof.
time.
Go out to your community and love people. Tell people what you do. Don't be afraid to tell people that you're a chiropractor. Don't be afraid to grow the practice of your dreams. And don't be afraid to go out there and be real to people around
Amen.
you, and to love everybody that you come in touch with, and to let them know that you're just one story away to keep hustling, because that's the tagline that I live by.
Keep hustling, baby.
And I just want to say thanks, man. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for
Likewise.
everything that you're aspiring to do. I look forward to seeing the Bones family grow.
Gosh. Cassidy might kill me because I didn't really run that one by her. But that being said, very, very excited for the future. I love what you are doing. Thank you for getting the message of incredible events like this, incredible stories, out to not only chiropractic, but to the world. And you are an incredible asset. And that is why 2-time winner of the Harvey Lillard Award at the Cairo Sushi Summit, which is the most outstanding and most important person in chiropractic who's not in chiropractic, as in not a chiropractor. This guy, 2-time winner.
Advocate of the
The
Year
only
award.
winner. The only winner ever. Advocate. The best chiropractic advocate right here.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely.
Well, let's say a nice thank you to Danny and Rochelle.
Gosh, absolutely. The whole Mile High team. Danny, Rochelle, their family, their office family. This would have never happened without all parts. Thank you to each and every one of you for putting on and giving this space for Principled Chiropractic to grow and to flourish.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much,
Thank
brother.
you.
Thank you so much. I'm going to close out. Do
Please do.
you remember last time?
Absolutely.
You guys are just one story away. Keep hustling.
Keep hustling.
See you guys.